is it that these characters, these role models are creating this toxic masculinity, or are there any worse ones, or any ones that we should really be concerned about, like Big Boys Don't Cry?
I had a real visceral response, so I don't know if you're happy for me to just jump in there. I think the one for me is around sexual dominance with men, just purely because of how often and how frequent we are seeing, the rise, and it happens across the board, I know, but, sexual violence towards women, when we're raising boys to be sexually dominant and then not having the sexual education around to support a healthier view of sexuality. And we've got younger boys accessing hardcore pornography online, things like that. So that's the one that really just got me there. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, it's definitely around that performance, that dominance, that men are the sexual aggressors. That's the sort of thing coming across there that we are still sort of reinforcing through mainstream media, pornography, things like that. Really, that's the one that just hit me, and I was like, oh, that one, yeah, that's got to come up.
Yeah, like that. The documentary on Netflix, Adolescence, wasn't a documentary, but what an amazing series. And I feel that pictures that perfectly, doesn't it? Pornography at a young age, poor role models, creating this toxic masculinity. Max, I knew you were desperate to ask a question there.
I think, Linda, do you want to share your script, and then I'll go with the one that you think's the most sort of at the top there for you in terms of the damage?
Yeah, so I was thinking about that. The one that Annabelle expressed is definitely there, but the one that came to mind to me was the whole having to hold everything together, like going through life and not getting to do what you want to do because you have responsibilities to family, you have responsibilities to put food on the table, you have the responsibility to keep everything intact. When that happens, a lot of times I've seen resentment grow, shutting down of self, checking out, and I witnessed the other day a really hard one. I wanted out of the situation, but I was in a public place and there was this husband and wife, and the wife was just really being unsupportive and demeaning to him in the middle of a public place. And I'm sitting here listening to this, and he quietly tried to stay calm, be in the conversation, stay with the conversation. And eventually he just checked out, and you could just see the blank face, I'm done, I'm checked out. And I thought, that there was another thing that can happen, is the breakdown in communication, so that the relationship is this one that's so strained that you can't even have a conversation that's healthy and can get to a place of connectedness.